Alright, so back in the studio with my Kyosho USA 1, my friends. This is a vintage truck, and though it may look a little bit different, with the wheels being sideways, today will be a repair video. Now, I purchased this used off of eBay from a seller named Risky Concepts, and I'm not sure what happened to this truck, but in transit it seemed to have gotten a little bit broken, and we can see that some rod ends on either side, and unfortunately one of the suspension pieces was actually snapped off over here. Now, I knew I was getting a used truck, right, so I didn't mind because I want to get this to appreciate where RC has really come from. This being back from in the 80s reminds me, and I know I'm saying how old I am, but reminds me of being a kid drooling after the first 4x4 trucks that came out. This, the Clodbuster from Tamiya or Tamiya or from wherever you're from, however you say it. I can tell you that different 8-scale 4x4s that were electric came out and were really taking over the scene. So I wanted to get something like that to appreciate it, and I figure with a little bit of character like this, no big deal. So I contacted the seller, and the seller said, "Oh my God, in transit, something must have happened. We have a whole bunch of parts for you to fix it. So why don't we send them to you?" And I said, "No problem, we can do a video on it and see what we can do to restore this old beast." Now, looks like they sent along a few extra pieces. That's nice. Get this all fixed up. What are we looking at here? I guess I should use a knife to cut that open. There we go. Ah, nice. Check that out. A first run of USA chassis braces. Next run will be lighter weight and have matching thickness on ear mount. Okay, cool. So we can replace these out. That's pretty awesome. Thanks a lot for that. Some wheel hubs here. It's always nice when we see an eBay seller that, if something happens in transit, they go the extra mile to make sure that things are good, right? And it seems that Risky Concepts have done that for me, so right on. Adapter for 5mm axle mount pin drive to Clodbuster or to Brewline wheels. I'm new to that, not quite sure what that is. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly. Cool. I'm looking at this and I see these, these dog bones here. Come in here and have a look at this. This is basically both here and here. These are plastic dog bones, hey? Back in the day when these were actually out, we didn't have to worry about a lot of power transfer, right? Brushed motor right here, and of course in the back over here there's another brushed motor. But these aren't motors that are totally going to be snapping with a whole bunch of power. So I could upgrade the electronics in here, and I may replace the motors, but I won't be going anything crazy because I don't want to break this vintage machine. It's to appreciate what it is, right? Because that shows how amazing the machines are that we're driving these days out on the trail. These didn't come waterproof, that's for sure. I remember some RCs from back in the day would drive them on our grass and wonder why they couldn't power through grass. Yes, we're old, I know that. Check that out. Hey, right on. Because we needed a replacement, but still, let's see. Dun, dun, dun. Like that. Perfect. Even that chassis plate, we can just swap these two out, so we can totally do that. Well, right on, man. And some rod ends. That's exactly what we needed to reattach. Check that out. Bonus gift. M3 threads, same as the stock one. So, right on. Okay, thank you. Let's get busy. Okay, first thing to do would be to replace the obvious broken pieces, which would be the shocks. The most underrated tool in RC. How many times have I been searching for one of these little wrenches? I always keep at least 4 or 5 of these around the shop, if not in my kit bag. Now there's one. Make sure there's a rubber grommet on there. Keep it on there. Place this. Sorry, my hands are in the way, but it's what you gotta do to fix it. So much better. Awesome. Other side. There we are. Now let's have a look at that motor, see what I gotta do to move it. Well, as I turned off the camera to get a new shot, I figured I didn't have to move it at all. Because with these older nylon pieces, you should be able just to snap it right on that ball end. Boom, done, just like that. Now, old plastic, you know, I certainly don't blame the shipper for what's happened. Old plastic gets brittle. You know, that's just the bottom line. Okay, if we're gonna change out these arms, I guess now's the time to do it. Get in there, beef it up a little bit, you know. I wish there was different dog bones for this, but then you got to get into changing it, and when you know you get aluminum ones, it's just what's the next plastic piece in line to break. Who knows? Maybe this will evolve over time. I love that it's all Phillips based. There we are. There we are. Looking good. A little bit of extra chrome on there. A little bit of extra bling. There we are. Done. That's numero uno. Let's do number 2 right here since we're here now. 1, 2. I bet there's many of our viewers right now that remember playing with one of these, or they have one at home. You know, sometimes it's nice to walk down memory lane or appreciate where stuff actually came from. There we are. Don't want to over tighten on this old plastic. So my drill is set very low on a torque setting. There we are. Pop that on. Oh, other side. There we go. It depends on the rotation of that eyelet if it's going to snap on into place. There we go. 1. Beautiful. Attach it. There we go. Get the final one in place. Steering horn on. Okay, come on now. There we go. Spring compression on. Nice. Now, I've discovered one thing, unfortunately. It seems that I'm missing a steering rod arm for the back area here. Found it. Right here. Yay, we got it. Let's put the steering rod in. Hopefully this snaps on. No, one of them's broken. It's okay. Seems to be a theme with this old plastic. Things can break pretty quick. Now I'll have to trim it out and see what's going on once I get the radio and straighten out the steering. But like I said, this is pretty much just for a shelf queen, a show-off piece, if you will. You know, not a lot of my stuff is shelf queen material, but, or king in this case, but for somebody as old as this truck, you know, you got to give it its respect. Frig. And as soon as I say that, this one snaps. Snaps. Is this one snapped? That one is. Let's see here. See what I mean? So if you want to beef it up, you can expect broken gears. Now, that's okay. That's okay. I've got other rod ends. He did send me those silver ones, those 4 silver ones. But those are going to be a little bit tougher to use. Dun dun dun. Do I have one? Oh, I have one left. Nope, that's the one no, it is. That's good. One left. Woo! Pretty lucky. That was a big bummer after all that work just to have it snap and it'd be the last one. Looks like those ones that are metal with the metal rod ends are a little bit different in the eyelet, right? How they attach. But let's just be careful with this one. Get the old piece off. Come on. I got a piece stuck around the eyelet. There, gone. And gently done. Okay, so all the tires are attached. Obviously, the toe is bolt way off, but that's okay. I don't mind adjusting later on. Oh no, I can see another one split already. Dude, check this out. Look at this. This is how old this truck is. Get in there. Now look at the rod ends. Right in here. Bring the light in here. Can't see anything around here. No, it's going to be too hard for you to see. Right. How can I show you guys that? Okay. You can see it now. You see it, watch. Ooh, broken. Well, who knows, man? You try to revive stuff from the dead, it can be tough, hey? Especially when it's got super old plastic like that. That basically just snapped in half. Hey, lengthwise too. Oh well. Oh well. You know, you live, you learn, you work on it. Best you can do, but I can use different rod ends, or I have some probably stacked away in the parts drawer. Positive attitude though. Sometimes you don't know what you're getting on eBay. You know, do your best you can though. You take a few risks, especially when you're ordering something you know is 20 years old, right? A couple ammo. Let's see here. Well, at least the tires are on. We can do some different work with it as I go. A labor of love, ladies and gentlemen. My Kyosho USA 1.